I've had a lot of people ask me over the past week what keeps me going when it comes to dating. Like, what keeps me hopeful and positive about finding someone who will be the one, I guess you could say. And when I say the one, I'm referring to the guy that I will eventually spend the rest of my life with. I just turned 25 years old, and to a lot of people, that's a very young age, and I have lived the past 5 years of my life observing my friends getting married and having kids, all of my straight friends. I've even had a lot of gay friends get married. And I'm at the point in my life where I need to assess the type of people that I seem to attract when it comes to relationships. My greatest weakness, which also happens to be my best quality, is the fact that I like to give in a relationship. I'm a very selfless person. I love to buy things for my significant other. I love to be there for them. I love to travel the distance for them and show them that they are worth my while. And all in all, I want to be able to prove to them that they are my everything, I guess. And over the past 5 to 7 years, I've realized that that is the singular problem in every one of my relationships. The reason why it's a problem is because I give, and the other person seems to get comfortable with that, and the fact that they assume that I'm going to continue giving without expecting anything in return, or very, very small amounts of something in return. And then I get to the point where I'm like, well, why don't... Am I worth the effort? Am I good enough? Like, don't you want to go the distance for me too? And then I end up being very disappointed and realizing that that's not what they want me for. They want me for either my good heart, my big heart, the reason why to give. They either want me for that, or they want me for intimate purposes, or all in all, just my stability, because I'm a very stable person. I'm a very grounded individual, and that's one of my best qualities, and unfortunately, my good qualities get used to the point where I feel like they're just commodities and not qualities. And honestly, it's partially my fault because I tend to be a little naive, even though I'm 25 years old and I've gone through this, like, several times. I'm still pretty naive with relationships. I get so happy and hopeful and trusting of the person to the point where I'm completely blinded to their more negative qualities, and it ends up getting me hurt. But all in all, even though it's very discouraging that I get hurt like that, I've learned from my mistakes, and especially now I have really learned from my mistakes. And I have found a way to keep myself hopeful. The singular thing that keeps me hopeful all the time is the fact that I know I'm worth it. I know that I have a lot to offer in a relationship. I'd like to think that I'm charming. I'd like to also think that I'm relatively attractive. I'm funny. I don't know. I am goal-oriented. I feel like I'm relatively successful. I have a bachelor's degree, and I'm working on going back to get my master's degree. I have a future. I want to share a future with someone. I want someone to share their life with me. I don't want someone who will merely benefit from the benefits that I have in my life. And you know, maybe the purpose of doing this video is just to remind myself of that, because I mean, don't get me wrong, I've been trying to be very, very hopeful lately and level-headed, but I have moments where I get really discouraged too, like, you know, wow, I'm alone, I'm single now, I'm by all means not ready to pursue another relationship, because I just don't have the energy to do it. And I think in a way that doing this, being able to talk it out, even if it's just to myself, helps me realize that, you know, there is someone out there. There is a guy out there who is gonna absolutely be enamored by me, hopefully. Who will see my worth and who will want to make the effort for me that I would make. Thank you guys for watching and listening to me ramble on. I wanted to thank all of you, all of my friends and subscribers who have given me positive feedback and who have encouraged me over the past week. I really appreciate it, because it has been difficult, but you know, I'm focusing in the future. I'm not looking back. There are great things that are going to happen, and I am so excited to take you all along for the adventure. So, yeah. You guys have a good night. I love you all.